Top places to live in USA 2023. Did you know that Minnesota is home to the most named lakes in the US? And that you can reside in Florida without making good on any annual expense? That is crazy, correct? Indeed, today we will go over the top 5 best states to live in America for 2023. To make this list, we have analyzed various essential points, including medical care, infrastructure, economic conditions, and crime percentages. Let us jump right into today's video. Number 5. Florida. Consistently, the Sunshine State draws in ever-increasing numbers of individuals to its warm skies and sandy seashores. And it's not hard to see why. In 2017, the US News and World News positioned Florida as the 24th best state to live in. In 2019, the state was knocked up to the 13th, and presently, 3 years down the line, Florida is nowadays the 10th best state to live in. Although Florida's government-funded educational system can be considered standard, the state's advanced education framework positions first in the nation concerning access and moderation. Its minimal expense schooling system turns in a high pace of graduating understudies. Florida has perhaps the most significant economy in the country. Its gross domestic product was over $1.1 trillion in 2021. As per the Department of Work measurements, everything is good to go with joblessness. The state of Florida had north of 500,000 positions in 2021. Number 4. Massachusetts. On the rundown is, as a matter of fact, the Baked Bean State. As of now, Massachusetts is the most crowded state in the New Britain locale of northeastern America, and deciding from the rate of which new occupants are running in, it's apparent that they know something you don't. Massachusetts offers one of the most outstanding medical care and instructive administrations. The state brags about having the best number of suppliers per capita for essential consideration and emotional wellness. It additionally houses elite-level schools like Harvard and MIT, and has the most elevated school graduation fulfillment rate in the country. The cost for many everyday items in Massachusetts is high, with the typical leaseholder spending around $1,225 per month. In any case, other than this, living in Massachusetts is as yet worth it. Number 3. Wisconsin. In contrast to Massachusetts, with its high living expenses, Wisconsin goes more straightforward on your pockets and reserve funds. In Wisconsin, the typical tenant spends around $837 every month on lodging, $186. This, to some extent, makes the general cost for many everyday items in Wisconsin much below America's average. Wisconsin has the nation's 9th best financial security and sets out many open doors for working people, making it one of the most mind-blowing states to raise a family. Wisconsin shows its general allure when you become acclimated to the state's bone-chilling winters. Its low crime percentage, brilliant economy, and school system helped Wisconsin position 8th in the country, and undoubtedly one of the ideal spots to raise a family. Number 2. Virginia. Very few states in the US can easily offer you both the quick-moving activity of metropolitan urban communities and the sluggish-paced cordiality of modest communities. Indeed, Virginia does that unequivocally. The Old Territory state essentially has everything to suit your preferences: some dependability for the family man, the thrill for the experience, searcher's harmony, and calm for the old folks, and a thrilling economy for business. The state's economy is viewed as a force to be reckoned with. Thus, it is reliably positioned among the nation's top states for business. Virginia positions 8th most food-secure state in the country. Stresses over the following dinner absolutely will not be keeping you up around evening time before long. Alongside food, wrongdoing will likewise not be a very significant irritation. The pace of property and savage wrongdoings is below the public normal. Number 1. Washington. What compels living in Washington state so fantastic? Indeed, as far as one might be concerned, this implies approaching one of the most significant state economies in the country. The state is positioned in the top 10 because of its GDP. That, and bragging about a joblessness rate below the nation's normal, makes Washington a unique work environment. If you conclude to do that, there are even more advantages with an exceptionally alluring position market. Perceiving how Washington is home to the base camp of huge names like Microsoft, Amazon, Starbucks, and Costco. And that's just the beginning. Your profession choices in this state will generally look somewhat more vivid as a neighborhood laborer. In Washington, there are no private state personal duties for you. Seattle has an astonishing measure of profession open doors, particularly in the tech business. As a matter of fact, Seattle reliably positions as one of the main 10 best urban communities in the country for occupations because of the solid work economy in this tech-driven city. Also, since the absolute greatest tech organizations in the whole world are bunched into Seattle's city limits, it likely wouldn't amaze you to discover that Seattle is viewed as perhaps the best city in America for tech occupations. One thing you'll learn subsequent to moving to Washington State is that regard for the climate is no joking matter. Truth be told, Washington is viewed as one of the main 10 greenest states in the country. What's the significance here for a day-to-day existence in Washington? All things considered, first off, you'll turn into an expert at reusing, fertilizing the soil, and transfer shopping. People in Washington will generally invest wholeheartedly in leaving a little effect on the climate, and that's what their everyday activities mirror. This surely makes Washington as the best place in the USA where you can live in 2023. Well, that's it for today, guys. Which state would you want to move to and why? Comment down below as we would love to hear your thoughts. Do subscribe to our channel as we upload these informative and interesting videos consistently. I'll see you guys in the following video.